Welcome, everyone. This is Sue, and I think you know who this is.
Hello.
Long-awaited Soul 2K to be back on video. So we're going to do our little prayer like we used to do, where we just bring in Creator Source white light. We're going to bring a pillar down from the heavens, from Creator Source down through our bodies, all the way down to Mother Earth, where the crystals are, and we want to give gratitude. And we're going to send the energy back up, going through all of our chakras. We're going to send it out 3, 6, 9, 12 feet around us. And we're going to build a big, strong base. And we're going to remove anything that no longer serves us and cut any cords that no longer serve us. So with that, we're going to let Soul 2K go in and ask his guides what we should talk about, what should be discussed. So do you need a minute or you think you're ready?
I think I'm ready.
Okay, Soul 2K, we've all been waiting for you. Take it away.
All right, so we have two pretty short subjects. The first thing is how we get fears, and the second thing is what kind of star seeds are kind of like living on Earth. And so for I want to do the shortest topic first. So right now I will do the fears. So basically, each fear that you have is a way you've died in a different lifetime. Like, let's say you have a fear of the darkness. You probably died somewhere from the darkness, like you died in the darkness while you were seeing it. And it's kind of, and it, like, let's say if you have something that's not deadly, then you might have had something that was deadly that looked just like it in the other lifetime that you died from, because it may not be dangerous in this lifetime, but it may be in the other lifetime. And in the other lifetime, it looked just like the one in this lifetime.
Gotcha.
And now about the
Starseeds?
Starseeds.
We're both tired and it's been a very hot day here. So we're both a little wilty, but you know, we still want to keep our commitment and do this. So Starseeds. Let's first discuss what a starseed is.
A starseed is a kind of like spirit, and they're like, aren't they the ones that are like the grays and the
Yeah, so the way I describe the starseeds, they're just different type of beings from different places in the universe. That's how I describe it. And there's many, I mean, like, you know, gazillions or whatever. I mean, we can't, there's many in other universes, like you say, the multiverse. So yeah, so as I've learned it is a lot of us empaths and intuitives, we all have the starseed combination, and it can be different combinations. It could be Palladian, it could be Arcturian, it can be, we all have some reptilian in us. We were kind of mushed together with a lot of these different starseeds to get help. We to evolutionize ourselves and get to this point where we're now looking at an ascension process for humanity. And starseeds of many different combinations came down to help the humans, to help this earth with her inhabitants evolve.
All right, so all the starseeds that went to Earth. So the first ones when the Indians were here, the first starseed that ever went here was the Florin, and these are based around herbs and flowers. And basically, these starseeds were here to invent herbs and make stuff out of flowers. And that is what the Florins did. And there, and also the Indians were the Sporans, and they were here to like kind of like invent cures and invent the herbs that made the like the cure to illnesses and stuff, and to kind of like tell people that some of them, like in the past, and when in the real past, the Indians had a bunch of super deadly illnesses and some not so deadly illnesses, but mostly the super deadly ones. So the Sporians were here to like kind of tell them about how some of them aren't so deadly, some of them are, and like why and which ones.
Gotcha. So it's kind of like now it's like folklore where it's been handed down, and those who are herbalists or have the ancient wisdom will know how to apply these remedies and such.
Okay, so next was, I think, what's the next time in history? Medieval or Roman? Or
A
it's not-
Roman. I'm terrible with history, but well, Egyptian, Roman, medieval was about the 14 or 1500s. Sorry, I'm really not in that space right now.
Egyptian, I'll do.
All
So
right.
the Egyptian ones is the first one is the Tratheogon, which is
That's a big word.
yeah.
Wow.
And basically these are the people of the dragons. And basically they're raised to know about dragons and tell everyone about dragons.
Okay.
These ones were more rare than all the other ones, and were kind of like they were considered royalty to all of them because they were some of the most rare.
Okay.
But most of the Egyptian kings weren't these. And so the next one is the Parathians.
Okay.
And basically these are the cat people, which make up the other half of the Egyptians, which is why they have a bunch of cat statues in them. And most of their kings and a bunch of the royalty is this species.
Okay, so that's different than the Lyrans.
Yeah.
Okay. Are they related in any way?
They are related, so these are the ancestors to the Lyrans.
Okay. All right. And so for the folks who don't know what Lyrans are, they are the cat people from the planet of Lyra. And a lot of the starseeds currently on Earth have some combination of Lyran and other starseed mixtures as well. So they are cat people.
And next in the Roman age were the Armoredons. These were the people who created the weapons and the armor. So they were in more of the warfare.
Okay.
To kind of like, basically they had more of a like in war we're really good and we're really good in making stuff for war and good at war.
Okay.
The next ones were the the next ones were the Florians. And so these were called the feather people.
Oh wow.
And then the bird people, and then the feather people again, and right now it's the bird people. And basically, these people are more connected to birds and feathers,
Right.
which is.
I think if I can inject something here, what I've learned is that each type of being offered a specialty. When you think of birds, you think of the abilities that they have. When you think of cats and lions and things like that, you think of their abilities. And the Starseeds, the different beings out there, were able to give us some of those gifts and talents and abilities so that we could push forward in our evolution. Because if we didn't get help, I think we'd still be kind of like banging on our chests and just sort of going, ugh, you know. So these Starseeds gave us each, including the reptilian types, which give us our reptilian brain. So the fight or flight brain, where if you're being chased down, you need to make a decision. It's almost like, even though they get a bad rap and, you know, they're not really known to be the most pleasant, we need parts of all of the different species to enable us to tap into greater knowledge and consciousness. So, you know, now we're being told about UFOs or whatever they're called, the new term for that or whatever. But we've always been a part of each other's existence, but we weren't really allowed to know that. So,
and so that was, oh yeah, so the bird people's abilities were, they're kind of like, they're more intelligent in like a kind of like peaceful way. So there's the people who are like warfare and the other people who are peaceful and usually make most of the peaceful villagers. And next is the medieval age. So now we have the Chlorians, and basically these weren't based on anything, but they were kind of like the special things of the time, because they needed something that they couldn't have an animal, because they knew that the medievals were kind of past the mostly wild and all of that time, so they had to make something that they would be interested in, so they would actually put some time into it and put some more research into it. And there's like 99% of these people and like barely any of these. These are the Guelvians.
wow.
Which kind of like, these are the mythical people, like the people who put more research into like all the stuff like that was kind of like in the universe and all of that, to try to spread the word.
Okay.
So the next age could kind of like get off that and try to get in the better world early, which didn't really work out, because this planet before it was the planet with the most karma. It was supposed to be a planet of kind of like, it was supposed to be more of a better planet where you could share your thoughts.
Are you talking about Earth, right?
Yeah. And then after this didn't really work, they just planned it to be a karma planet.
But now we're evolving out of that.
Yeah.
Into the 5D, which won't look any different, except that your frequency will be different. And you'll understand the dark much better than we do now. Although we're actually starting to evolve even more so now, with each passing year. So there's many different beings out there. There's many different, and as Earth was created, there were a lot of sub-creators, as Soul 2K has talked about before. Man, it is hot. But okay. So do you want to do a light language from one of the species or whichever one you're comfortable with, and then give us a message
I'll
from them.
I'll do the ancient Egyptians and mostly the souls. I'm gonna talk to the souls that were in the ancient Egyptian statues.
Okay. Oh wow.
Because
Cool.
there were souls.
Okay.
All right. Ancien comprofiant ya diang iam bang ya chen ya vo. Estiam bang ya sing ya jian. Ya son ya xian o ya ga. So this translates to we were only here to help them out in really bad situations. And they turned to us if there was any kind of war and stuff like that. We came into these statues as they made them for us, and making it our theme to try and made it an animal that they worshipped to try to give us their powers and try to give them all their good traits. We are very magical creatures, but on the out and in the soul realm, we look like what they built as statues. And so like when they mean that, they basically mean like, let's say they had yellow eyes that were like long but short. They would kind of look like that in their spirit. And okay, this was kind of like a short one, but we're pretty tired and we just need something that will kind of fill in until we get some really, really cool topics that are pretty long.
Yeah, we're gonna collaborate, but I figured we get our kind of feet wet and start getting back here. He'll be here for like 3 weeks. We're gonna try to do a live on Facebook or YouTube, but I have no idea what I'm doing, so we're just gonna like put social media notices out when we're ready to do that. I've got somebody who's gonna help me, I think, with it. But so thank you for joining us. It is really, really hot in here. Thank you for joining us. We're excited to be back together again, right? Yeah. So this is just our little makeshift studio yet again. So thank you, everyone. And what do we want them to do if they like us?
Like the video if you like the video. Leave a comment saying what you think about it, and go check out all of our videos. And after that, if you like our channel, you can subscribe.
Perfect. I couldn't have said it any better. Give us your questions. Thank you so much. And we'll see you on the next video in the next couple of days or sooner. Thank you so much.